Welcome back to the Policy School online series. In this episode, we have a vital topic for you: the structure of a policy paper. Whether you're a seasoned policymaker or just starting your journey, understanding how to structure, organize, and outline a policy paper is crucial. We will be breaking down the 10 key sections of your policy paper, from the introduction all the way down to the conclusion. Let's get started. Begin with a title that succinctly encapsulates your paper subject. Your title should be clear, concise, and intriguing, capturing the reader's interest while providing a sense of the paper's focus. Avoid using overly complex or vague titles. A well-crafted title should give readers a clear sense of what the paper is about. Following this, present an executive summary. The executive summary is a condensed version of your paper, usually located at the beginning. It should include a brief overview of the problem or issue you're addressing, key findings and recommendations, the significance of the problem, the intended audience for the paper, and any important context or background information. Crafting a compelling and informative executive summary is essential because it's often the first part of the paper that busy decision makers and policymakers read. It should provide a snapshot of the paper's content and motivate the reader to explore further. Now, let's explore the introduction and problem statement, which are the foundational components of your policy paper. Your introduction should serve as a hook to grab the reader's attention from the very beginning. Use a compelling anecdote, a shocking statistic, or a thought-provoking question. Consider the nature of your audience and what would resonate with them. Engage their emotions, interests, and curiosity to make them eager to delve deeper into your paper. The introduction sets the tone for the entire paper. It should provide a glimpse of the issue's importance and the urgency of finding a solution. Clearly state the purpose of your paper and what readers can expect to gain from it. In your problem statement, you need to clearly define the problem you're addressing. Be specific about the nature and scope. Ambiguity can lead to confusion. Utilize real-life examples, statistics, or case studies to illustrate the problem. Highlight the impact of the problem on individuals, communities, or society as a whole. You could use case studies to illustrate the human issue and explain why the problem is a pressing concern that requires immediate action. Tailor your problem statement to your target audience. Clearly articulate why the issue matters to the stakeholder specifically. When addressing them, make it evident why they should care about the problem and engage with your policy paper. It is crucial to provide context for the issue you're discussing. Provide a brief historical overview of the issue. Explain how the problem has evolved over time and highlight any significant events or developments that have contributed to the current situation. This historical context helps the reader to understand the complexities of the issue. Analyze the economic, social, and political factors that have influenced the problem. Providing a comprehensive context allows readers to see the multifaceted nature of the problem and the challenges associated with addressing it. Depending on the scope of your policy paper, discuss whether the issue is localized to a specific region or country, or if it has broader global implications. Understanding the geographic context helps readers grasp the scale and potential ripple effects of the problem. By crafting an engaging introduction and a clear, impactful problem statement supported by relevant background and context, you lay a strong foundation for your policy paper. These elements not only capture the reader's interest, but also provide the necessary groundwork for the analysis, policy options, and recommendations that follow in your document. I'll hand you over to my co-host Louis to explain the core of your policy paper.
Thank you, Cassie. Now onto the analysis. Your analysis section should include an overview of the current policy landscape. It's vital to look at what's already been implemented to address the issue at hand and evaluate how effective it's been. This section is the heart of your policy paper. It needs to delve deep into the current policy and alternatives, critically analysing the available sources. Utilise quantitative and qualitative research methods to provide new insight and different angles on the issue. You should be engaging with the current literature and showing people how you've reached your policy recommendations. We'll have another episode doing a deep dive into the specifics on how to conduct thorough analysis and the key research methods for ensuring it's successful. Based on the analysis, You need to set out your recommendations. It is where you distill your analysis, data, and insights into clear and actionable policy directives. Here's how to craft compelling and persuasive policy recommendations. Clearly outline your policy recommendations. Be specific about what actions should be taken, who should take them, and when they should be implemented. The more precise and detailed your recommendations are, the easier it is for policymakers and stakeholders to understand them. Ensure that your recommendations align closely with the analysis and evidence presented earlier in your paper. Explain how each recommendation directly addresses the identified problem and leverages the opportunities revealed during your analysis. Assess the feasibility of your recommendations. Consider factors such as financial resources, political will, public acceptance, and administrative capacity. Justify each recommendation with solid evidence and data. Explain how the evidence supports the effectiveness and potential impact of each recommendation. Evaluate the potential costs involved in implementing the recommendation against the expected benefits. If applicable, compare your recommendations with alternative policy options. Explain why your recommended policies offer a comparative advantage over other options. Take into account the perspectives of various stakeholders. Address potential concerns and demonstrate that your recommendations are sensitive to diverse interests. Implementing policy recommendations is where theory meets practice. In this section, you delve into the practical aspects, providing a roadmap that transforms your well-thought-out recommendations into tangible actions. Address financial constraints by proposing creative funding solutions. This might include public-private partnerships, crowdfunding initiatives, or reallocating budgets from less critical areas. Develop strategies to garner political support. This could involve building coalitions, engaging in advocacy campaigns, or emphasizing the long-term benefits and public support for the proposed policies. Design communication campaigns to educate the public about the benefits of the policies. Address misconceptions and concerns proactively, fostering a sense of ownership and support among the population. Define specific indicators to measure progress. Use quantifiable metrics wherever possible to facilitate objective evaluation. Recommend the establishment of a robust data collection system. Ensure that data is collected consistently and periodically, allowing for trend analysis and informed decision making. Establish mechanisms for continuous feedback from stakeholders and the public. Incorporate this feedback into policy adjustments and improvements. Recommend training programs to enhance the skills of government officials, community leaders, and other stakeholders involved in the implementation. Training should focus on areas such as project management, communication, and conflict resolution. Facilitate knowledge exchange between experts, practitioners, and policymakers. Encourage mentorship programs, workshops, and seminars to facilitate the transfer of best practices and lessons learned. Incorporating these elements into the implementation section of your policy paper provides a comprehensive and actionable plan. This thorough approach not only demonstrates your understanding of the intricacies involved, but also increases the likelihood of successful and sustainable outcomes.
And finally, we reach the conclusion. In your conclusion, revisit the core elements of your policy paper. Emphasize the problem statement, key findings, and recommendations discussed. This summary serves as a powerful reminder of the problem's gravity and the compelling need for the proposed policies, leaving a lasting impression on your readers. Referencing serves as a testament to the depth and credibility of your research. By providing a thorough and accurate list of references, you acknowledge the contributions of existing knowledge while reinforcing the validity of your own analysis and conclusions. List all the sources cited within your policy paper while adhering to a specific citation style as prescribed by the guidelines of the organization or publication. In some cases, including appendices can significantly enhance the comprehensiveness of your policy paper. It can serve as a repository for supplementary materials that provide a deeper understanding of your research process and findings. Include raw data sets gathered during your research. While the main body of your paper might showcase summarized data, the appendices can contain the complete data set, allowing experts and researchers to conduct their own analysis if desired. For those interested in the nitty-gritty of your research methodologies, the appendices offer a space to elaborate. This might encompass survey questionnaires, interview protocols, or statistical techniques. Transparency in methodology fosters credibility and allows readers to assess the rigor of your research methods. Appendices can house any additional material that bolsters your analysis. This may include explanatory notes, clarifications on terminology, or in-depth case studies. By providing supplementary context, you ensure that readers have access to a wealth of information, which allows them to engage with your policy paper at varying levels of depth. Including appendices demonstrates your commitment to transparency, thoroughness, and academic rigor. By expanding on the content within the appendices, you create a robust framework that supports your main argument and enriches the scholarly discourse surrounding your research. And there you have it, the fundamental structure, organization, and outline of a policy paper. Remember, clarity, logical flow, and a compelling argument are essential. Also, make sure to include a contents page at the start of your report. So keep practicing and you'll be crafting impactful policy papers in no time. Thank you for joining us today for another episode in our Policy School series. Hit that like and subscribe button and stay tuned for more episodes where we will explore the fascinating world of research methods. See you next time!